Hi, I got an email from someone who bought these units, the Citronic MPCD-S6. He found to regret, but he had some trouble beat mixing his favorite house music. Now I'm gonna take a look at a few things which might cause this. First of all, the buttons here. I'm gonna switch to macro. There's a little light in here. So, first of all, this is pitch on off. Of course, you have to put this one on so that the light is on, so that you can use your pitch to determine the speed, which should be here, right? So it's now plus 2.9. If I turn the button on off, it will go to 0. But you figured that probably out. Now you asked me about the pitch lock. Is this something you should use to beat mix? Well, no. This is an extra. Well, you should know that pitch is often used in the wrong way. Actually, in theory, pitch is the height of the tone. So you can have a low voice, for example, or low music, or you can have a high. Sorry. So this will keep the same tone, the same feeling of the music when you alter the tempo, the speed. I will mostly put this on, but this really isn't necessary. It shouldn't matter. Now, next, what should cause a problem with beat mixing is pitch range. If you select your pitch range too high, 16 or 100, you have way too you don't have enough control over the pitch control. Because look at this. When I put it to 100 and I look at my screen, there you have the pitch. I'm going to move the pitch very slightly. The first I notice is plus 1, and this goes gradually all the way up to plus 100. So you can see this part is 100 pieces. This part, the slider underneath, detects 100 different positions. Now, of course, if you put it 100 or 16, it will divide these parts into percentages. So, of course, the minimum change you can do with 100 is 1 full percent. This is really a lot. It will, if you think of the BPM is 130, a percent is 1.3 BPM. That's a minimal change. If I go to 16, 16% divided by 100, it still is okay. So you have you can do plus or minus 0.1, but it's very minuscule movements, and of course you have some space in between, and it's very hard to aim your pitch right there. So I suggest you put 4 or 8. This way you can control your pitch, so you can have an accurate BPM. Now that's the technical part. Of course, you have to do it yourself. You have to keep in mind that this is a very sensitive thing. I tried explaining what DJing is all about to someone who didn't know a thing, and I said, you try this, match the speed. And the first thing they did was this, but what it really was is they had to do this. So it is very accurate. You have to keep that in mind. The other part is, of course, the jog wheel. You know, if you touch the side or you have no effects on and you move the platter. Oh, sorry, there's music on. This will change the speed. So if you accidentally touch it, your beat mixing will go off. Well, I think I have some music ready. I could show you what I do. Let me show you what this is. I chose it in your genre, a little bit house. I'm not bad at genres, but it's something you'll like. I think Felix House Cat, and Alter Ego is black, but it's Alter Ego, and it's his remix of the Human League, All I Ever Wanted, and here it is, ready to wear. So what I do is, of course, I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna mix this one in. I haven't got pitch both at 0. They're not correct. What I'm gonna do you're a beginner too, so I'm going to explain the easy way. The first guess about the pitch is going to be my BPM counters. I know a lot of people are against it, but for beginners it's really easy to get to know how beat mixing is done and how it sounds like. So the first guess will be my BPM counters. They are accurate in most cases. Then I will use my jog wheel to continually adjust the speed. So if sound is going off, I will correct it. And if I see that I constantly going in the same direction, so I repeatedly slow it down or turn it up, I'm gonna move the pitch control so it matches my movements on the jog wheel. So let's do this. This matches the BPM. So I keep slowing it down, so I'm going to move the pitch. Only very slightly, you barely saw that from this distance. It's just cute. It was 0.2%. That's better, it sounds good. Alright, that wasn't a real mix. I didn't look at the time, so it wasn't good. It was just the beat mixing I was thinking about. But I hope you saw what I was doing. So the first guess was my BPM. You don't have to do this, I just did it for now. I didn't try this before. Then I used my jog wheel. So I constantly matched it up. When I saw I was continually slowing it down, then I moved the pitch accordingly to the minus position, but only a few bits. It was from 2.9 to 3.1 in the minus position. And then I changed it a little and it was good. So sometimes you need more adjustments, sometimes you don't. I hope this has been a help, and bye.